What's up, guys? Good. How are you?
Just how do you feel training camp's gone for you so far?
It feels great. Anytime you get opportunities to go make a name for yourself, you just got to go out and execute.
What are your first impressions?
It feels like you've had a happy performance.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with day 1 through 7, but now I got to focus on day 8 through whatever, one day at a time. So.
You guys have stadium practice tomorrow.
Yes.
How different will that be? How valuable an experience will that be? Just kicking in a different environment.
Not different for me. I was here on the team last year in December, so good experience there, and excited to be back in stadiums kicking.
We saw you guys have two sort of different structures to the kicking periods. It was you got 6, and the next day Andy got 6, and then there's the one where you go back and forth. Ed, did the coaches tell you why the different ones, and is there any different approach for you between those two?
No, there's no different approach. I think it's just nice to have it's a way for us to build in days off for kickers, kind of like baseball pitchers and pitch count, kickers and kick count kind of thing.
What's your relationship been like with Andy?
It's been great. He obviously mentioned that we knew each other prior to this. I've been coaching guys for a long time. He's actually one of them. So a good connection there. And we both know and understand when we're on the field, we're doing our job.
When you say coaching guys, can you just explain that a little
Yeah.
bit?
So Adam Tanowski, the owner of the Hammer Kicking Academy, I've been working with him for 10, 11 years. And he hosts a big camp in Orlando every year. And I go and help on staff and coach high school kickers from all around the country, try and get jobs to college. So,
What was your first impressions of Andy when you met him as a high school?
it was good. He's a great kicker, and he's a great guy.
Do you think there's any, he was at Miami, now he's coming to New England. It's two very different weather patterns there. Do you think there's any difference, or there'll be any struggles? Because you said you were kicking in December here.
Yeah, I mean,
that's not Miami.
I'll let Andy speak for himself. I went to Virginia Tech. I was here last year. He can speak for himself.
Parker, it seems like you've had real great consistency so far in training camp, and a little bit more than the spring. Anything about your game change or your preparation or program?
Yeah, I think this is year 4 for me in the league, and I've been through OTAs and I've been through spring ball and training camps, so I understand how I show up to OTAs and then make the corrections showing up to training camp, what I need to do for that. So,
What were some of those corrections?
just like my alignments and stuff like that, and the way I, hips and just technical stuff with kickers.
Following up on that, is it fair to say you feel like this is the best you've kicked since you've been?
Absolutely. I mean, every time I train, I try to make myself a better kicker, and I feel great, and I'm ready for the season.
Random follow-up. How do you prefer to be referenced? Is it the full name or just Parker? No, for real. What do you prefer?
People who know me call me Parker. My parents always thought people were going to call me JP, and they did in the XFL. But Romo, Parker, either one, yeah.
Thank you.
Good. Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
All right.
Morgan, how are you?
Doing good, man. How about yourself?
Doing well. Nice,
Yeah.
cool day today.
Oh, yeah. Well needed, right?
Yeah.
Well needed.
Only 8 days, 8 practices, but just your general feeling about the state of the offensive line, how things are going.
Things are coming along, man. Guys are, competing, healthy competition. The room is great, man. So we got a lot of good veterans, a lot of guys that are eager to learn. So we're coming out here every day, just working on our craft, getting better every day.
Yesterday, it seemed like Will Campbell had some good moments, had some probably tough learning moments. What type of advice do you give him when maybe something doesn't go as planned in practice?
No, I mean, it's the evolution of football, man. So he's learning how to be a pro, and he's learning how to, not make the same mistakes that he's made the day before. And obviously we got a great defensive line across there. So those guys come every day, and we go against them every day in one-on-ones and things like that. And so they're doing a great job of pulling him to the side and telling him tendencies that he might have and things and stuff like that. So he's learning. It's a part of the process. We're all learning. I told him yesterday, I'd be lying if I told you in 12 years I've never had a bad practice. So but that's a part of just who Will is just eager to learn, eager to get back out there and fix things, and that's what you want from a younger guy.
How much smarter are you now to maintain your body and know what's an injury and what hurts as far as what you do on a weekly basis?
I mean, playing the offensive lineman, it always hurts, man. But just learning your body, man. Like I said, I had good vets when I was young. to kind of pull me along and help me implement some things into my regiment. And that's the same thing we're doing with the younger guys. You know, they'll ask questions like, man, how do you play, play for so long, and what's your secret and things like that. And so be able to share that knowledge to those guys so they can, get their group of people together and doctors that they need to be out there every Sunday. I think that's part of it, just, growing and being a professional.
Morgan, what are the conversations for you personally with the staff about, when you're repping, when you're full go in practice, and like, is that an open dialogue? Like, how's that?
I really don't worry about it, man. Like, I've been around long enough that I played enough football to know what is the standard and what they're asking for, and so it's for me to go out there and do that. I don't question it. I know it's all a plan and a process, and that's how I've been here for 12 years, is just being able to be ready on Sundays and getting the guys. And then, like I said, man, I think I said this earlier this week, like, we got a lot of young football players, so for them to get these important reps, throughout training camp is important as well too. So.
Morgan, what's it take for some of these younger linemen to get used to the speed of the game at this level, especially some of these speed rushers?
Repetition, man. Before we go to team periods, we got one-on-ones. We got a whole bunch of things that we do against the defensive line that is full speed that you can't really get in team reps as much. And so just being able to go against those guys, and obviously they got a good amount of guys that have been able to play for a long time and knowledgeable, like Harold, KC, Keon, Baymore, all those guys that have played a lot of football. So when you get to go against them every day, you're prepping yourself for Sundays.
Morgan, what's it been like playing for Doug Marrone? You played for your fair share of offensive line coaches. How would you describe playing for Coach Marrone?
Oh, it's been phenomenal, man. Obviously, when you come into a room and you're a veteran guy and you have a foundation set, man, you know when you get a coach that allows you to be you and does not just wants you to get better every day and not trying to tweak everything that you've done over the past years, it's appreciated. But he coaches us just like the older guys. He coaches us just like the young guys. If we're doing something wrong, he's on us. And that's just the standard in the room, right? Because if we can get yelled at and we can get, yelled at it during practice or in meetings, it's open floor for everybody.
Morgan, I know you got your plate full just playing offensive line, but you've seen a ton of edge rushers in your career and got a good look at Caleb on yesterday at the start of one-on-ones. Just the little that you've seen from him, he seems to be having a great summer. But as an offensive tackle, how would you describe what he's doing in his game right now?
He's the change-up, man. Obviously he's an energetic guy, man. He starts talking right when we're in team warm-ups. But that's what you need. You need that guy that's going to spark it off every day. And, he takes the opportunity of the reps that he's given. So when you get a chance to go from Harold to Keon to KC and be able to block those guys every day, that's making you better because they're totally three different rushers. So we're seeing a lot.
How would you describe just his game then that makes it different from the other guys?
Oh, man, he's smart, man. He's been around a while. I played him a couple of times, and just he's full tilt, man. He understands football. He understands offensive schemes and slides and things like that. And that's what it comes into a veteran pass rusher. So the things that you're getting from him are in-game like feels. So when you can get those things in practice, man, that's what you want.
It's hard for us to see, but that first rep, it looked like you had him off balance, and then he kept going.
Yeah,
for
him is just for him is like he's always thinking a secondary move, and those are conversations that we have after practice. Like, hey, what are you seeing out of me? What do you get a feel? Do I have any tendencies in my stance? And those conversations is just it's for a group, man. That's why we have our little breakfast club meeting after practice and stuff where we just get together and we just talk football. Things that you might have struggled with that day at practice, or things that I might popped up there that I might seen when somebody else was in, or somebody might have seen of me when I was in. And we have those conversations. That's how you get better, and get better off the field and on the field.
On the right side of the line has been pretty stable in terms of reps, you and Mike. The left side, there's been more movement, center in particular, maybe with injuries into the mix, but also with a guy like Katie Walls moving inside. How does that affect the whole line, all five of you? When there is movement, what have you seen?
Regardless, whatever it may be, we always preach 5=1. So whoever is out there, we're going to play as one unit. And obviously those guys are competing over there, and we're all competing, to be honest with you. No job is set in stone, and it doesn't matter, man. That's the love of football. As you come out here and you practice and you see guys flourish when pads come on. And I think Trey, DeMontre's done a great job at tackle, man. He's really taking in some of the nuggets that we talk about, just like Will as well, and he goes out there and perform. And so everybody's fighting for a job out there, but when you can create good, healthy competition within your room, that's what you want.
As a tackle, how big is it to force some of these rushers into secondary moves?
It's a lot of football. Obviously, playing and seeing and understanding what the quarterback's looking at, understanding defenses and things, that all plays a part of it. But just the knowledge of the game, man. And, like I said, we got a good plethora of rushers on this team that we get to see every day. So we're challenged every day. So we get a little bit of everything. Yep, no problem. Yep, no problem. Good. Yep.
How you doing? Good. I guess it is. We can do a solo. The less attention, the better.
How are things going for you?
Things are going pretty good. It's progressively getting better and feeling a lot more comfortable under the offense.
Kyle, talk a little bit about obviously coming from a spread offense in college, you come here. Some of the concepts are the same, but what are some of the differences that you've had to adapt to in terms of the NFL level and getting comfortable with this system?
Just the details. I feel like the details separate you, and it creates a lot of separation in your route. So if you hone into the details, that could turn you from good to great. So I'm just paying attention to all the details, techniques, and the fundamentals of this
And
offense.
how have you been able to get on the same page with Drake and develop a rapport? I mean, this offense is notorious for being tough on receivers when they're learning it early on. How have you been able to get on the same page with Drake in terms of a post-snap, pre-snap, post-snap read?
Just obviously getting in my playbook and Drake being able for Drake to trust me to know that I'm doing my job, knowing that I know the plays, I know the routes, and I know where I'm supposed to be in certain looks. So just having that continuous reps of looking over the playbook, I think is good for us.
I've had some highlight reel type catches there with a couple touchdowns the last couple of days. I mean, how much of a statement do you feel like you've made here at the early stages of camp?
I feel like I'm just doing what I'm asked to do. You know what I'm saying? They ask me to make plays, I go make plays, and when the ball's in the air, I mean, you have to go get it. So you try to make the most of those opportunities.
How much does it mean to you, Kyle, that Drake does trust you enough to throw it to you in those types of situations?
I mean, it means a lot. I feel like that just shows that I'm capitalizing on the opportunities that I'm given, and hopefully more can come my way, but that's all out of my control. So I'm just doing what I can do.
You had a moment practices ago, earlier this week, where had a ball hit your hands, ends up going incomplete. It looked like there might have been a play where trying to execute a block on a screen or something like that.
Yeah.
Might have actually been for a Drake run.
Mm-hmm.
How do you overcome those moments within a practice to come back and make a play? Because I think it was soon after that you made the play deep down the field.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you gotta have short-term memory with certain things. I mean, those plays you don't want to happen, God forbid those. But it's all about the next play. Can you wipe it off, shed it off, and then go make a play next play? You know what I'm saying? Your best play is always your next play. So, and after practice, I try to clean up those mistakes watching film. I try to never let anything bad happen like that. But if it does, I mean, it happens. So we got to move on and make a better play.
Kyle, I'm curious. You have this Pats bracelet on right there. I'm curious. Can you tell us a little bit about where you got that from?
It was just doing signatures, and there was a little girl. I mean, she gave it to me, and I love gifts, especially from kids. I love kids. I have a niece and a nephew, so those are heartwarming gifts that makes me feel good.
So that's from today.
Yeah, this is probably about I think third day of training camp, something like that, and I just haven't taken. Yeah, I haven't taken it off yet, so.
Hey, Kyle, were you asked about the touchdown from yesterday already?
I think so.
All right, I don't want to ask the same question.
Go ahead.
Twice, but just can you take us through that play yesterday with Drake, and just how's your chemistry with Drake going in your mind?
I mean, so we just had the look that we wanted. I guess Drake trusted me enough to put the ball in the air and for me to make something shake. And I mean, I feel like that chemistry, that connection is steadily growing and is getting better. And who knows what it'll look like at the end of training camp. So we'll just wait and see. Mm-hmm. I feel like we're fantastic. I feel like we're doing everything that they're asking us to do. We're not making any noise about it. We're waiting our turn. We're taking advantage of our opportunities. And just I'll say as a rookie community, that camaraderie we're really close. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we spent OTAs and training camp together, so we had enough time to get to know each other and bond.
Two final questions, guys.
How much has Matt Collins helped you? How good was it for you?
I mean, he's been a tremendous help for me, especially learning the playbook, getting on me off the field, working hard and all that type of stuff. Just things like that. When you have a vet like that really cares about your progression throughout your career, I mean, it just helps. And I just like everything that he's saying, I'm just taking it in mentally, and I'm just seeing where I can use it.
And how do you feel about your progress picking up the offense?
Uh,
A few more days, making a few more installs.
I feel it's pretty good, but I know I have a lot of more room to grow. So it's just I'm not complacent. I'm not comfortable where I'm at. I want to be able to do more and be able to have a lot of roles in this offense. So.
Thank you guys so much.
He is here.
There we go.
He's a very nice and humble young man.
Appreciate it.
Efton, you had a nice kickoff return yesterday. Have you had any conversations about where you might be able to add on special teams and find a way on this roster?
Yeah, I think just for me personally, it's kind of anything I can do. You know, if that's being on punt, running down on punt, returning kicks, returning anything, whatever I can do just to take advantage of an opportunity, regardless of what's going on. Even if I got a hold, be a 3-team holder or whatever it is, you know, I just kind of want to do that and do it to the best of my ability.
How's this first training camp been? What's been your biggest sort of takeaway?
Yeah, I think it's just different than college. You know, where college you kind of get there as a freshman and you know you got a year to kind of develop and get better. Where like here, it's man, we're coming in and competing, and I think it's super awesome. It's been awesome just kind of learning from the guys about how to compete that way right away. You know, because there's no like learning curve. You're into it right away, so it's been awesome.
Is there a measure of trying to differentiate yourself? All the different receivers have different strengths, different builds. Do you look at yourself and say, look, this is a niche that I can fall into? Or do you say I should play like Pop, or I should play like, you know, Edelman or Amendola or whoever else? What do you try and do?
Yeah, I think I just try to kind of be myself each and every day. I think whatever I bring to the table is what I'm going to bring. You know, they're going to put me in situations to excel that and to be in a good spot. But, I mean, I'm not trying to be anyone else besides myself. And so kind of just try to elevate that each and every day.
Does Josh show you film? Again, you're not trying to be them, but is there one particular guy that he goes back to from the 2010s and says, watch how Amendola does this?
Yeah, I mean,
Spend some time doing that?
right now I'm watching we got a cut up and it's all Amendola's catches and all the passes he's got even targets on. So I'm going through and watching that right now. So trying to just kind of see how he ran through his offense with McDaniels when he was here and learn everything I can through that.
What do you see in him?
I mean, he's super twitchy. He knows how to release. If the guy's playing off, if the guy's playing press, he knows how to sit in zones, but he also knows how to win versus man. I don't think a lot of people, at least me, like kind of before becoming a Patriot, I didn't watch a lot of him, but now I'm watching it and like, man, he can really win versus man too as well, not just a zone catcher.
Have you leaned on anybody in that room for advice or kind of guidance as you go about your team, like trying to be yourself?
Yeah, I think, I mean, KB's a big one for me, just kind of coming from the same school, you know. I look up to him a lot. Pop Douglas plays the same position, you know, kind of getting to learn like the tips and tricks of how he went about his first couple years. And then me and Mac Hollins, we study every night, so learning the playbook through him and Diggs. I mean, everyone. I think everyone's got a huge impact on me, and it's just been a really cool situation just kind of be in that room.
One of the things that Pop has said is that Diggs is the guy who tells you what you want, he tells you what you need.
Absolutely, I would agree. I think he's one of those guys that he wants the best for the team. He's not selfish. He's not one of those guys that's me. He's always like, man, like, what do you think about this? And he'll even like look at us and be like, what do you think I could have done here? So he's one of those where he's super open to everything, super open to coaching, always looking for the best of the team.
After those sessions with Matt Collins every night, where is it? What are you guys looking at? What are those like?
Yeah, I mean, we just kind of go through everything that we kind of went through, going through different plays, stuff like that in the hotel. It's been awesome. You know, he's been a big help, just helping me kind of feel confident out here and knowing that I'm ready to go.
How did those start? Did he approach you? Did you approach him?
Honestly, it was like one day we both kind of stayed late, and he asked for a ride home, and I was like, yeah. And next thing you know, we was like, yeah, I'm about to go study. I'm like, all right, can I come? And then from there on, it's kind of just been like, yep. Every time we get home, that's kind of what we go do.
What's it been like for you? You seem like you're keeping a smile off your face.
No, I mean, it's awesome. I'm blessed. Like, I really think that being here is a huge opportunity, a huge blessing. Like, I can't thank God more enough. You know, I'm just super like you said, happy to be here. Like, every day is a new opportunity, and every day, like, I'm just walking one step at a time.
Do you get mad?
I mean, obviously, like, I think I get frustrated, you know, because you want to make plays every time the ball's in the air. Like, you know, as a receiver, like, we got to catch it. That's kind of my mentality. So things like that. But man, like, when I get frustrated, I always come back to like my thought. You know, when I take the breath and kind of relax, is like I'm here. You know, so keep building off of that and kind of do everything I can.
Now that the pads are on, have you had a welcome to the NFL moment yet?
I mean, not so much. I think it's just like everything is so mental. Where college, you can kind of go out there and just run around and kind of be like the best athlete. We're here, like, I mean, you got to lock in on all the little details, my splits, who I'm blocking, if there's a blitzer, what I'm doing and stuff like that. So I think that's kind of been the biggest like welcome to NFL thing. It's been cool for me to adjust to.
Two more questions.
We talked to Braden Swinson yesterday, and he said he was in charge of stocking the snack counter in the D end room. Do you have the same sort of responsibility?
We rotate, but yeah, Kyle, Kyle, Jay Webb, we all went to the store, kind of going through different things. You know, they like their Saratoga water, so we kind of keep it loaded with that.
Captain, as a route runner, how do you balance running the route the way it is on the page versus being creative and just being a ball player?
Yeah, I mean, our coaches, even Coach McDaniels, you know, he gives us a lot of like freedom to win versus man, do different things, but within a certain boundary, you know. So trying to do that to the best of my ability and not be a robot just running lines on a paper, but also getting open versus man and stuff.
Thanks, Efton.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Hello. Doing well, thank you. How are you? Yeah, no, it feels great being able to be out there with my teammates again, trying to earn a role and compete against my teammates. It's been awesome.
What are your first impressions of this Josh McDaniels offense?
For sure. I mean, I had a little bit of experience with it in the past, so now it's just refamiliarizing myself and understanding the details and mastering the details, and candidly just now that I'm able to be back out here, just get back in the mix and compete and have fun.
How similar is it to what you remember?
Yeah, I mean, similar system. I mean, definitely some other things, but I'm not going to get into scheme or anything like that. But I mean, definitely good to have a base level of understanding and being able to get it again now a second time. So.
How much have you seen Drake grow from year one to year two?
How much have I seen him throw?
Grow, like in terms of leadership, as a player.
For sure. I mean, your goal is to always get better in this league. So, I mean, just like everyone else, I mean, the more he's done it, the more familiar he is, and the more comfortable, the more swag he has, and you know, and in turn, we all feel it in the huddle, and we're having fun out there.
What's his swag level at right now?
Oh, it's tough to put a number on. I'll let you guys come up with that.
All right.
At this stage in your career, are you still adding things to your toolbox, or is it more about like tweaking and getting 1%?
I mean, for sure. I mean, I think you should also always constantly being evolving, right? Like whether it's, you know, football's over for me one day, I don't want to just be like, oh, I was a football player one day, and now it's like, okay, how do I evolve into something else? So, I mean, to answer your question, I mean, I always try to like pick one specific thing every day to try to get like 1% better. I mean, do I take the quantum leaps like I did like when I was a rookie? Of course not. But I mean, it's just like tweaking things, trying to get better. Like the other day, like thought my ball security was good, and Anthony reminded me, bow, it wasn't. So now that's my point of emphasis going forward. So, I mean, you never have this thing figured out. So, I mean, that's just good feedback from my teammates that, you know, the hay's never in the barn.
You guys have got quite a bit of young tight ends on the roster. What do you think of that group?
It's awesome. I mean, a lot of youth. I mean, you know, Hunter and myself, we're the graybeard, so to speak. Life comes at you fast. So it's awesome. I mean, we have a lot of fun. We got a large room and a lot of awesome personalities, and we all gel well together.
I was saying the other day, talking about Hunter, how comfortable he just seems to be whatever he has to do, never stressed. I mean, is that the sense you get too, having played alongside him now for a year plus?
Yeah. I mean, Hunter is definitely a cool, calm guy. I mean, don't get twisted. He is a fiery competitor, but I mean, he has a calming presence about him. I mean, he's played a lot of ball, so I think just relies on experience and just his process.
Is that consistent with your personality? You know, do you see yourself in a similar way?
Maybe similar in the sense like we both have experience where we just like can rely upon previous experiences instead of, you know, overreacting the moment, just fall back on things that you dealt with in the past and just learn and grow from it.
How have you seen Jakeem grow in his second season? It looks like he's always with coaches trying to figure out like how to get better.
For sure. I mean, from year 1 to 2 is typically the biggest jump for guys. So, I mean, obviously now year 2 for him, jumping into a new system. I mean, it's awesome. I love to see him over there constantly trying to stay, you know, a little bit later, ask another good question, ask Hunter, ask myself. So, I mean, that's exactly what you want to see, just the growth. All right. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
All right.